I can hear you call my name. I can hear you call my name. I can hear you call my name. Come to the pasture, lie by the river. Come drink your fill and be well. Come to the table, cup runneth over. Come drink your fill and be well.
All right, hockey fans, welcome to the Utica University Nexus Center, home of the Mohawk Valley Jugglers and this year's Hockey Fights Cancer game. As you saw in the previews, there is a lot to be fighting for. Please consider contributing to this year's Hockey Fights Cancer drive via Venmo to Cindy Posello. That's at CPOSELLO. And I will show that Venmo account in the intermissions as well. Looking forward to an exciting game here. We'll turn it over to the public address announcer.
All of your involvement, Ben Juggler. During tonight's game, we will be fundraising in support of the American Cancer Society's vision to end cancer as we know it for everyone. Did you know that 80 cents of every dollar raised goes to support cancer patients and their families through research, patient support, and advocacy? Did you know that cancer is a disease which will affect 1 in 3 men and women in the United States in their lifetime? Help fight cancer and inspire hope. Donate today during the game with proceeds benefiting the American Cancer Society. Tonight's matchup is the visiting Rome Free Academy Black Knights versus your Jugglers. Tonight's starting lineup sponsored by Jefferson County Hockey for the visiting Black Knights. Forward number 11, Jackson Marchon. Forward number 14, Jacob Bruno. Forward 18, Tyler Locker. Defense number 5, Chris Brennan. Defense number 52, Tanner Spuna. Goal number 30, Dante Sprays. The Black Knights head coach Jason Nowicki and assistant coach Dave Panarelli. And now, your starting lineup for the Mohawk Jugglers. Forward number 3, Sean Graziano. Forward number 11, Aiden Fazekas. Forward number 17, Leo Heiser. Defense number 2, Shay Williams. Defense number 23, Eric Hubel. Goal number 39, Evan Buck. Ladies and gentlemen, Jugglers head coach Austin Millington and assistant coach Jason Combs are proudly joining forces with the American Cancer Society. They join coaches nationwide in raising funds and awareness for the American Cancer Society and their efforts to end cancer as we know it for everyone. Know that you can find answers to cancer-related questions by visiting cancer.org. At this time, if you are able to loose stand and remove your hat for the singing of our national anthem and the presentation of colors by the Notre Dame NJROTC Color Guard. Presenting the American flag, Seaman Apprentice Tori Homer. Presenting the naval flag, Petty Officer 3rd Class Michael Canestra. On right rifle guard, Chief Petty Officer Christopher Brittingham. And on left rifle color guard, Seaman Elizabeth Dietrich. Singing tonight's national anthem is David Only.
Oh, say, can you see
dawn's early light. What's so bright here at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts wide were so gallantly streaming. First, get through the night that a flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner for the land and the praise.
All right, some fancy lights going on there too. We will have a ceremonial puck drop in just a moment. So remember, if you subscribe, then you can chat. Let me know. Make sure that everything is coming through clearly. Invite all of your friends, neighbors to watch as well. Here's our ceremonial puck drop.
The Amboni entrance for the ceremonial puck drop. Thank the jugglers honor Michael Zaza, teacher from Notre Dame, along with Notre Dame students.
And there's the ceremonial puck drop. Tammy Kiger, I would always stream for you, dear. Just got to let me know. Oh, we're getting picture time. Sorry, I did not realize that was happening. The ceremonial puck takers, including Mr. I believe it was Zazo was the name.
Thank you, Michael.
Around the league score updates, the only one I'm probably going to get. Over in Pulaski, after one period of play, the Syracuse Cougars lead the Ontario Bay Storm by a score of 3-1. Ontario Bay's goal scored by number 2, Stephen Wheeler. The 3 goals by Syracuse scored by them. All right. Players are just about ready. Officials just about ready. We got one official tying some knots in the netting there. The whole stadium is ready to go. We got a good crowd on hand here at the Utica University Nexus Center, Mastro Vito Rink. Rink number 1. Doors are closed. Now the other net is being tended to. What is going on? They're supposed to do this before. Can't quite see what that official. What is he? He's tying something. Tying the water bottle. Who knows? But here we go. There's a silhouette of a number on the sleeves for the Mohawk Valley Jugglers Hockey Fights Cancer jersey. That is nearly impossible for me to read. Check out Shea's shoulder there. You can see the back, but on his arm, see that? Ever so faintly, the number 2. Well, we'll see how long it takes me to recognize these kids as they skate. Fortunately, I just saw Mohawk Valley beat Ontario Bay just a few days ago. So maybe I'll recognize the way they skate. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Anyway, here we go. One goalie's ready. The other goalie's ready. Here's the face-off. Jackson Marchione facing off against Rome's Aiden Fazikis, against Mohawk Valley's Aiden Fazikis. Fazikis wins. This puck gets dumped in, played back behind by Dante Sprays. He almost got caught back there. This puck held in at the point by Eric Hubal. Faced up, left side, shot. Nothing doing. Puck goes sent around onto the near side. Baffis puck along the boards. Puck comes out with Marchione. Pass it out into the neutral zone. Gets it up to Loker. Loker moving in. A shot deflected off and hits the netting. We'll have a face-off down in the zone. Face-off to the left side of Evan Buckingham. Face-off controlled by Mohawk Valley. Snapped back around behind their goal up on the near side. Braden Meeks tried to play on it. Not able to. That puck comes out into the neutral zone. Pass back to Miles Mendiola. And he sends that forward off sides. And we'll have a face-off in the neutral zone. Aiden Van Wee taking the draw for Rome against Quinn Gardner. Gardner wins this faceoff, comes back. Mohawk Valley able to pop this out. Oh, that gets speared at by Sully, but dumped in by Mohawk Valley. Back around behind the net, played by Dante Sparace. Pushed back into the trapezoid by Reese Kennedy. Collected by McReynolds. McReynolds sends this out to the point for Nevish. Nevish loses this across the blue line, comes out into the neutral zone, collected by Braden Meeks. Meeks fires this into the far corner so he can go off for a change. Played on in the trapezoid by Mark Verano. Verano in the corner, gets hit by Reese Kennedy. Kennedy comes away with the puck, sends it up along the boards for himself, passes it to himself in the neutral zone, taken away by Connor Weeman, who fires this all the way across the neutral zone. That puck gets dumped in by the Black Knights. Chased down, PJ Suma takes this into the trapezoid. Centering pass gets blocked, held back there by Evan Buckingham. Good job on the side of the net. Puck gets popped over into the corner, grabbed by Mohawk Valley, snapped up, held in at the point by Connor Weeman. Now coming out in control is Mason St. James. St. James in the neutral zone, passes puck over, stolen by Giovanni Gultieri. Gultieri dumps his puck forward. Nebish has got to chase it down. Nebish has it, passes over to St. James. Coming in hot, though, is Bartlett, I believe. Is that Bartlett? Negative. That was Gultieri. Anyway, coming out with this puck, Peyton Posello. Posello knocked off that puck as it goes into the corner. Posello goes down. He's sitting on the puck, and it comes out like an egg from a chicken. Out over onto the near side, top of the circle, held in by Sean Graziano. Grazi, shot save made, goes over to the far side, held in at the point by Bennett. Bennett fires this into the corner. Skutnik lets it go by him for Grazi. Graziano into the trapezoid. Puck comes free. Rome trying to get it out. Held in by Posello. Goes back into the far corner. Chasing it down. Tyler Loker. Loker sends us up along the boards. Turned back in. Shot on net. Save made. Rebound comes over to the side boards. St. James puts the hit on Connor Weeman. There's a shot. Save made. Graziano trying to collect that puck again. Rome has it, though. Here comes the Rome Black Knights out into the neutral zone. Jacob Bruno. Bruno dancing across the top of the slot, passes over in the deep, and Loker not able to get it. Loker cycling around. He loses his edge, falls down, gets back up, has that puck. Posello on him. Loker centering pass, shot on net. Save made, grabbed in a trapezoid, ripped around, and Stephen Mudry not able to hold that in. It gets popped back into the zone, collected by Mohawk Valley, while the Rome Black Knights check up on sides. Coming out with this puck, Fazikis. Fazikis over on the left side. Centering pass gets blocked by Loker, comes right back to Fazikis. Fazikis goes into the corner with it, going to work there. Popping that puck out is Loker, sent back in. Graziano has this coming around on the near side. Grazi centering pass to the center point position, shot, kick save by Dante Sparace. Jacob Bruno pops his puck into the neutral zone. Here comes Rome into the offensive end. Loker in, shot across the top of the paint. Nothing doing. Mohawk Valley trying to pull this out into the neutral zone. Fazekas can't keep it with him. Puck gets turned back in. Jacob Bruno coming in, and he loses his edge, goes down. Puck is spinning on its side, gets back up, tries popping it forward. Hubal blocks it. Hubal tries again. Puck is over on the sideboard. Pulling this puck away, and Marchione. Shot. And a glove save by Evan Buckingham. 12:48 to go in the first period. Got ourselves a quickly moving end-to-end game here. It's a pretty good turnout here. I'd say there's a kick save. Give estimates on crowd size later. Braden Meeks takes this round. Centering pass. Missed by Aiden Van Wee. On the near side, Mark Verano trying to get that puck held in by Tanner Spina. Goes around far side. Wyatt Nevich gets hit in the corner. Coming in to help out Quinn Gardner. Gardner snaps his puck up. Just past the outstretched stick of McReynolds. Out in the middle. Nice defense. The clapper from the center point. Tanner Spina kick save Buckingham. And Buckingham covers that one up for another face-off. What's the capacity in here? Is this 3,000? Yeah. Over 1,000. Oh, okay. Looks bigger than that. Face off to the right side of Buckingham. Shot on net. Another save by Evan. He'll hold on to that for another face-off. So people are still showing up. I'd say we probably got about 300 people in here. Easy, yeah. Could be over 4. Loose puck in the Mohawk Valley zone. Popped out into the neutral zone. Spina having a hard time. Not Spina. Mendiola hard time playing that. Mohawk Valley trying to drive that puck forward. Comes back out into the neutral zone. Giovanni Gultieri with it over the blue line. Goes in. Gets by Whaley out in front. Shot. Another save of Buckingham. Puck goes back into the trapezoid. Skated around by Rome. Dump back in to the trapezoid. Aaron Coleman back there. He gets checked by Whaley. Puck pulled away. Gultieri takes this over to the corner. Challenged by Bennett. Bennett presses him up against the boards. Puck comes out. Shot and a goal. Tyler Loker. We'll find out from the public address announcer in a moment who got the assists. Face-off won by Mohawk Valley. Puck pass back to the D. Now set up for Graziano. Graziano touches this into the offensive zone. Play by Sporace. Ripped all the way around near side. Shea Williams put a check on shot on net. Save made. Dante. Rome trying to break this puck out. Gets it out into neutral zone. Stopped by Graziano. Grazi trying to get that back in. It comes out in the neutral zone for Fazekas. Fazekas shot blocked by Bremens.
Number 17, Giovanni Volteri. Again, that's 18 from 7 to 5 of the goal of those.
Oh, there's another goal there. As one is being announced, another one gets scored. Well, as the home team, you never like that happening. As the announcer, you're not paying attention. I did not see what happened. Fortunately, I was moving the camera, though, so you know. Anyway, Rome's first goal scored by number 18, Tyler Locker, assisted by 17, Giovanni Gultieri. 18 from 17. Time of the Rome Free Academy's first goal, 5:30 of the first period. There's a faceoff won by Rome. Passed up for Bruno. Bruno along the board sends this into the offensive end. Marchione dumps this in. Played back there by Nebish. Nebish in the trapezoid. Comes up on the near side. Snaps this up along the boards. And it makes its way not into the neutral zone. Now it does, and it's going to go all the way down, and it's going to be an icing.
Goal scored by number 11, Jackson Martone, from number 15, by Locker, in the 14, Jacob Bruno. At 11 for 18, 14. Time the Black Knights goal, 10 for.
So that was a Rome Black Knights second goal, scored by number 11, Jackson Marchione, assisted by 18, Tyler Locker, from 14, Jacob Bruno, 11 from 18 from 14. Time of the Rome Free Academy's second goal, 6:11 of the first period, and they lead 2-0. Here's the face-off. Rome's Mark Verano trying to flick that puck forward and not happening. That gets dumped in, though, by Connor Weeman. Back in a trapezoid, Verano with it, coming around on the side, shot, save, rebound, gets picked up by Reese Kennedy, and that's going to get held onto by Evan Buckingham. Face off to the right side of Evan. Grabbed by Caden Whaley. Whaley rips this all the way around off the boards. Pacello tries pulling it by Meeks. Meeks levels Pacello. Puck is going to work on the far side. Corralled by Mark Verano. He dumps this puck in. Back to play it is Caden Whaley. Whaley around up for Pacello. Pacello can't get it out. Whaley's going to try again. Whaley able to send this into the neutral zone. Corralled by Tanner Spina. Spina turns this back up into the neutral zone. Collected by Pacello. Pacello loses this. Here comes Braden Meeks. Offsides. We'll have another face-off in the neutral zone now. Neutral zone face-off. Gualtieri and Fazekas. Fazekas sends this on the boards and picks this puck up. Passes it over. That gets dumped in by Mohawk Valley. Williams are not able to push that forward. It's turned over to Rome in the neutral zone. There's a check there, back into the neutral zone. Nice open ice neutral zone check. Like to see physical play there, and that's what you're going to get from Sean Graziano, who's got the puck now. Graziano passes out into the neutral zone. PJ Suma catches it, drops his puck back to Miles Mendiola. Mendiola over to Gualtieri. Gualtieri drops this back to the D for Bremen. Bremen to Mendiola. Mendiola up to Bruno. Bruno back to Bremen. Bremen just trying to cycle away. Leo Heiser on him, keeping him honest. Fazekas grabs that puck in the neutral zone. Nice reach. Comes back from Marchione, though. Knocked back into the neutral zone by Hubal. Dumped in and around, back behind the net on the near side. Not Marchione. Bruno trying to get it. Here comes Fazekas. Fazekas moving up through the neutral zone into the offensive end. Fazekas shot. Save made by Dante Sparace. Nice play by Fazekas. Good job weaving his way through, in and out of traffic, and then putting a quality shot on net. And you're going to have quality shots if you're going to want to get one by Dante Sparace. Dante, arguably one of the best goaltenders in Section 3. This puck gets dumped into the corner by Mohawk Valley. Reese Kennedy sends this back into the trapezoid, grabbed by Mark Verano of Rome. Verano coming out into the neutral zone, into the O zone. Verano, top of the slot, shot gets blocked, grabbed by Nebish. Nebish back behind the net, taken away by Verano. Verano gives us up in the corner for Meeks, who dumps this into the trapezoid. Loose puck in the trapezoid, snapped around. Held in at the point, fired wide. McLaughlin going to get it. Van Wee there. Now Meeks for Rome sends this back out to the point to point, off the board, shot, gets deflected, goes back into the trapezoid, pops out at the corner for Verano. Verano dumps this back. Matt McLaughlin there, though. McLaughlin, soft pass up for Bennett. Bennett in the neutral zone, has to dump this puck in, not able to control it. Kind of bounced on him awkwardly. Reese Kennedy takes this in the corner, absorbs a hit, still has this puck. Tripping over that puck, I think was McReynolds. It was. And Reese loses that at the corner. Coming out, here's Rome. Nice pickpocket by Tzinski, and puck still gets dumped into the corner. Easy play for Matt McLaughlin to rip this around onto the near side. Giovanni Gultieri, oh, there's a big hit right there. Jacob Bennett on Gultieri. Puck comes out into the neutral zone, caught by Stephen Mudry. Mudry looking, he's going to rip this in as he didn't see a pass to make. Comes all the way in. Bennett has no stick. He lost it when he put that check on. Clapper from the point, save made. Evan Buckingham through the trapezoid. Jack Carpenter picks his puck up, cycles it up to the point for Mudry. Mudry back to Carpenter. Carpenter shot, save made. Evan Buckingham. .6:33 to go in this first period. Rome Free Academy leads Mohawk Valley by a score of 2-0. Tyler Locker in for the faceoff against Fazekas. Fazekas wins this draw, pulls it back. It gets cleared out into the neutral zone, but handled by Marchione. Marchione loses this to Heiser. Heiser to St. Williams. St. Williams to Hubal. Hubal up into the neutral zone. Fazekas not able to bring this with him, and that's an offsides. Fazekas did not clear before Graziano went back in. It was close, but it did not happen. So remember, this game will be on this channel forever and ever, as long as there is an ABC, an alphabet, and a Google, and a YouTube. Tyler Locker in, can't get that centering pass. There's a shot and a save made by Evan Buckingham. First centering pass was blocked. Second one was right on. One-timer made, but Buckingham knew it was coming, and he was ready for it. Made that save look rather easy. Good goalies will do that. Bruno and Fazekas. Fazekas wins another one. This puck gets ripped all the way around on the near side. Mohawk Valley trying to get this puck out. Pushed back in by Locker. Now out it comes. Here's Graziano. Graziano guarding that puck against Marchione. Dumps that puck in. Goes back into the trapezoid. Played by Spirace. Rips this around near side for Bruno. Bruno gets hit by Kennedy. Puck comes up, though. Pulled out by Locker. Locker with it, looking for somebody to pass to. And that pass gets broken up by Hubal. And he's going to go off for a change. That's enough good plays in one shift for one man. Eric is going to go off for his line change as he iced that puck. Face-off will be to the right side of Evan Buckingham. Leo Heiser facing off against Mark Verano. Verano wins this one, comes up, held at the point. Verano drops this off for Weyman. Weyman was not aware that was happening, though. Able to push that puck in, goes into the trapezoid. Bennett with the check on Van Wee. Keeps that puck away from Aiden. Makes its way up on the side. Brandon Meeks takes it back, and out it comes. Landon Sully plays this in the neutral zone. Passes puck over to Connor Weyman. Weyman skating up with this puck. Dumps this puck in. First one to it, Aiden Van Wee. Van Wee taken out as he slides feet first onto that puck. Knees it up for his stick. Not going to be able to get to it. Verano trying to get it. Puck gets knocked by. Sully's got to play this back into the neutral zone. He passes it over to Connor Weyman. Weyman over the blue line. Runs into Verano. Leaves that puck. It's held in by Meeks. Meeks in the slot. Shot. Save made. Puck goes over on the far side by the hash mark. Meeks sends his back into the corner. Verano plays it back out from the point. There's a shot. Save, no, wide. Missed the broadside of the barn on that one. That's sent back into the trapezoid. Oh, that's a goal! Snuck in by Jack Carpenter, number 19. Jack Carpenter, let's see if we catch that on the old instant replay. Puck comes up on the side, and Carpenter just flung it towards the goal. And Evan just had his knee up ever so slightly, and that slid underneath his pad. Mohawk Valley pass up to Skutnik. Skutnik moves us into the neutral offensive end. Spina turns his puck back. Played by Mohawk Valley in their defensive end.
That's 19 from 4.
So that was Rome Free Academy goal scored by number 19, Jack Carpenter, assisted by number 4, Braden Meeks. 19 from 4, Carpenter from Meeks. Time of the Rome Free Academy Black Knights goal, 12:34 of the first period. That one caught the post and goes to the corner, makes its way up along the side, held in by Spina. Played back in the trapezoid by Nebish. Nebish coming around with this puck in his zone, passes this over for Skutnik, goes off his skate, though, his trailing skate, and there's a shot by Rome, save made, Buckingham, puck sent around back behind Spina to play it for St. James. Wrong team. Shot fired from the point, blocked by his own teammate, Tyler Locker, getting in the way of that one. Puck turned back, Chris Bremen out to play it. Dante Sprace comes into the corner, rips this all the way down. Breakout pass, tried to hit Locker. Locker couldn't catch it. Mason St. James grabs this and sends this around. Caught at the point, though, by Jackson Marchione. He fires this across, ricochets. Loker getting it in the corner. It's Tyler Loker. Hubal got that for a moment. Little touch out. Graziano trying to skate that forward, get it by Bremen. Graziano, backhand shot, comes across the top of the goal. Puck bouncing around, and Rome able to bring this out into the neutral zone. Loker in, shot, save. Rebound comes to the corner, picked up by Marchione. Marchione's got Hubal all over him. Centering pass gets a block, knocked aside. Fazekas takes this into the trapezoid. He gets wrapped up. That puck is tied up along the corner, and there's a little shoving. We're going to get a tripping penalty. Or a cross. He's going to call it a cross check on Sean Shea Williams. Really. It's a one-handed shove. The kid just fell down. So Mohawk Valley penalty, number 2, Shea Williams. 2-minute minor for cross-checking. Number 2, 2 minutes cross-check. Time of the minor penalty, 14:54 of the first period. And for the first time in this game, Mohawk Valley is shorthanded. Let's see how the penalty kill line does. Bremen with this puck, center point, passes over for Sully. Landon sends this in it deep on the right side for Gultieri. Back out to Sully, back to Bremen. Bremen shot, save. Deflected, and that puck is coming out. I think it was a high stick. So we'll have a face-off in the neutral zone. Reese Kennedy taking the face-off of Mohawk Valley, wins it, turns around, sends this towards the goal. Dante plays this, pushes this into the trapezoid. Reese in there, blocking that puck. Gets his skate on it, but Locker plays this puck. Pass over Marchione. Marchione trying to come out with it. Reese steals it. Passes puck back to Nebish. Nebish turns this puck back up. Caught by Bruno in the air. He settles this puck down. Jacob trying to get something going. He's got Reese Kennedy all over him. Passes this puck over to Verano. Verano moving in ever so softly. Drops his puck back to Locker. Locker sends this into the corner for Bruno. Comes back to Locker. Over to Marchione. Marchione sends this over onto the side. Comes right back to him. Marchione to Locker. Shot. Misses. A wide left off the glass. Comes all the way around. And Jackson's not going to be able to catch it. Less than 1 minute of play remaining in this period. Fazekas stopping that puck at the blue line. Turns this back. Bruno skating back after it. Bruno coming up on the near side. No, he's going to go through the middle. Here comes Jacob Bruno into the offensive end. Trying to set something up. Turns. Drops this puck back to Locker. Locker to Bruno. Bruno sends this across. One-timer misses. I don't know. I wish I changed the goalie camera on that one. And that puck gets gripped and ripped by Sean Graziano, sent all the way down, and that's going to do it for the penalty as Mohawk Valley kills off the first penalty of the game. And in 1 second, we're going to end this period right now. At the end of one period of play, it is Rome Free Academy 3, Mohawk Valley Jugglers 0. I am the Dan-Dalin, a positive influence. I am proud to have been asked to present this Hockey Fights Cancer game on behalf of the Mohawk Valley Jugglers to you. So we will be back in a couple of minutes. First off, I want to shout out to my regular sponsors, Two Broke Moms, located on North Jefferson Street next to the Dollar General in Pulaski, Power Play Sports, exit 47 off Interstate 81 in Watertown, Dupree's Cleaning Services, exteriorcleaning315.com, Glory Construction and Development. If you're going to have it built in His glory. Follow Sparks and Recreation on YouTube. Go visit them at All Wheel Auto on Route 104 in New Haven, New York. Streamside RV Park and Golf Course and Divots Restaurant and Bar, located at Streamside RV Park and Golf Course in their clubhouse. If you want to have something refreshing to drink or delicious to eat, check out Divots. If you want to play a nice round, 12 holes of golf, go to Streamside RV Park and Golf Course. If you want to be greenside, you got to be Streamside. And now please enjoy this video that I helped put together for the Mohawk Valley Jugglers as they fight, as we all fight cancer together. All right, hockey fans, here we are ready for period number 2. Rome Free Academy in the orange, going from left to right. Mohawk Valley, the home team, in the white and purple, going from right to left this period. Rome Free Academy leads 3-0. Mohawk Valley wins this faceoff. Eric Hubal backhands his puck up to the blue line, gets dumped back in by Rome. Goes into the trapezoid. Shea Williams back to play. Drops it back for Eric Hubal. Takes it up on the far side. Kicks this back up to his stick. Hubal sends this forward. He goes off the stick of Tanner Spina of Rome all the way down the length of the ice. He sends this around onto the near side. Grabbed by Spina. Kicked by Heiser. Graziano can't keep it with him. Locker couldn't take it away. There's a big hit put on right there. Graziano onto Tanner Spina. Puck comes out through the neutral zone. Chris Brement misses it. Chasing after him is Leo Heiser. Brement sends this up along the boards for Locker. Locker trying to get it out, held in by Hubal. Hubal dumps this puck in, goes all the way over to the far corner. Heiser there can't play that puck. Oh, it's stopped. Graziano coming in, puts on a hit. Shea Williams comes in, fires that shot, blocked by Brement, goes back into the trapezoid. And here comes Rome Free Academy. Tyler Locker coming out with this puck, ends up putting it on net. Save made by Buckingham. Drops this back behind the net for Shea Williams. He overskates this puck, turns back, grabs it, rips it up along the boards. Picked up by McReynolds. McReynolds through the neutral zone. Runs right into Aiden Van Wee. Van Wee turns him back. Puck comes back in. Connor Weeman fires this around the far side. Held in the corner. Battle for this puck. Connor Weeman sits down, courtesy Kyle McReynolds. Puck comes out, though. Rome with it. Here's Rome cutting through the neutral zone. Into the offensive end. Shot, save made. Rebound comes over to the corner. Braden Meeks plays this back up to the point. Can't keep it. McReynolds pops it forward. Picked up by Sully. Sully passes this over for Weeman. Weeman sends this up. That puck gets dumped into the Jugglers' end of the ice. Puck pushed back up against the boards. Now it comes up and guts all the way across far side. McLaughlin not able to catch that puck the way he wanted to. Gets sent back. Nebish fires this off the boards out into the neutral zone. Collected by Landon Sully. Sully moves this up for Braden Meeks. Meeks loses this puck, and it's taken in the middle by Posello. Posello fires this up, gets dumped in, no icing, played on by Dante Spirace, rips this all the way around, comes into the neutral zone for McLaughlin. McLaughlin fires this back in. Mohawk Valley checks up on sides. Puck played by Sully. D-to-D pass over to Weeman. Connor not able to hold that puck. Has to come back into the corner and gives this back over to Sully. Sully runs into trouble as Mason St. James is all over him. Puck is in the slot, passed up, now knocked over onto the side, back over behind the goal. St. James gives this back up to the hash mark, stolen by Jack Carpenter. Carpenter gets this into the neutral zone. Andrew Thompson trying to turn this puck back. St. James brings this into the offensive end. Tries moving it around Connor Weeman. Not effective in that way. You have to try a different way to get around Weeman next time. Here's Connor with the puck. Sends this through. It's on its edge. No icing. It's waved off. Not exactly sure why, but it is. Caden Whaley picks this puck up. Whaley has Bruno coming in. Ice looks still like it's wet over there. Puck is not sliding very smoothly. Fazekas with it. Fazekas coming off onto the races. There's a shot and kick save. Dante Spirace. I think it was going wide anyway. We'll give Dante courtesy of the doubt. Fazekas steals it again. Here comes Fazekas in shot. Oh, it's the post and comes out back into trapezoid. Centering pass gets picked up by Rome. Coming out with this puck, Tyler Locker. Locker through the neutral zone, into the O-zone. Locker coming in, centering pass, and that gets missed by Jacob Bruno. Out at the point, fired, saved by Buckingham. And you know what? I didn't save any of those replays. I was so busy moving stuff. I would have loved to have seen any of those replays. Well, you've got the luxury on YouTube of you can rewind and watch it again and then fast forward to the end and probably be right back at this face-off. Hey, good job. Welcome back. Here we are. Face-off won by Mohawk Valley. Oh, And Caden Whaley just ripped that at the referee. The referee chuckled. We'll see how much he laughs when he puts Whaley in the box for reasons we don't know. Rome holds that in at the point. Pass up to Aiden Van Wee. Van Wee can't keep it with him. Goes back to Whaley. Whaley tries sending this out. Glove down by Aiden. Now knocked back to the point. Held in by Miles Mendiola. And coming out with it, though, is Fazekas. Fazekas stopped at the blue line by Bremen. Bremen coming back with this puck. Bremen drops his puck off for Meeks. Meeks shot fired. Save made by Buckingham. Look at him there. Dropping that puck out in front of him. And fancy goalie tricks to hand it to the official. Great play by Buckingham. Nice job by Bremen, dropping that puck off for Meeks at the point, and then going in and screening Buckingham. Buckingham knew what was going on, though. There's 11 jugglers juggling pucks on the ice. Now that that's settled, Giovanni Gualtieri's taking a face-off against whoever that kid is. Puck sent back up to the point for Rome. Landon Sully sends this in deep. Gualtieri playing the trapezoid, loses it. Brock LaPlante comes back with it. Brock dumps this back for Giovanni. Centering pass gets deflected away, and that gets cleared by Mohawk Valley. And we got a cross check against, I believe, Brock LaPlante. So Rome Free Academy penalty number 29, Brock LaPlante, 2-minute minor for cross-checking. Number 29, 2 minutes cross-check. Time of the minor penalty, 4:58 of the second period, and it's a Mohawk Valley Juggler power play. Hubal with this puck bounces it off the boards for Bruno. Bruno sends this through for Fazekas. Fazekas back to Hubal. Hubal back over to Fazekas. I think it's Fazekas. It should be Fazekas. It is. Back over to Bruno. Bruno to Hubal. Hubal's got to catch it on his backhand, though. Would have loved to have snapped that shot on net. Bruno tried to send it through, gets knocked down by Locker, and that gets cleared out by Rome all the way down, played on by Buckingham, stalls it in the trapezoid, rips this around for Graziano. Graziano to Fazekas. Fazekas at the blue line, moving his way in, gets hit by Locker. Puck comes free and returned back down to the Mohawk Valley end of the ice. Eric Hubal picks this up, goes into his trapezoid, assesses the situation, gets attacked by Verano, gives this puck over to Graziano. Grazi coming up into the neutral zone. Graziano on the far side. That's nice interference by McReynolds, and he's going to get called for it. So Mohawk Valley penalty number 19, Kyle McReynolds, 2-minute minor for interference. Number 19, 2 minutes interference. Time of the minor penalty, 6:02 of the second period. A nice save by Buckingham. And the teams are even, 4-on-4 hockey for at least another 45 seconds. Centering pass, that gets covered up by Buckingham. Some little Merry Christmases after the whistle between Marchione and Mohawk Valley player. Again, it's hard for me. I can't read those numbers on the sleeves. Doing my best. Face-off won by Mohawk Valley. Wyatt Nebish goes around back behind the net and ices the puck. They're even. Same rules as 5-on-5, except that it's 4-on-4. Face-off won by Rome. There's a shot wide left, hit off the Nina Pizza sign. I had Nina's Pizzas before the game. It is fantastic. That is by far my favorite pizza in all of Rome. I'll have to talk to Johnny and Nina See if they want to be a sponsor of the Dan-Dalin, a positive influence. Rome with the puck in the offensive end, 4-on-4. Cycling around, Locker with this puck in the trapezoid, sends this up, point, shot, save. Oh, and the whistle's called, but that puck was never frozen, but he's going to call a slash. This is a slashing penalty against Mohawk Valley on Reese Kennedy. So it'll be 4-on-3 for 7 seconds, and then it'll be 5-on-3 for over a minute. So Mohawk Valley penalty number 20, Reese Kennedy, 2-minute minor for slashing. Number 20, 2 minutes slash. Time of the minor penalty, 6:51 of the second period. That shot gets deflected, goes off the glass, drops down in a trapezoid, grabbed by Eric Hubal, and Hubal rips this the length of the ice. It bounces its way down. Dante plays that puck, gives this to Tyler Locker. Locker skating up with this puck now. It is 5-on-3 in favor of Rome. Was that Verano? Almost lost that puck, but since there's not enough jugglers out there, he's able to recollect it. Locker, bad pass. Able to receive it, though, because there's no pressure. Locker passes puck over. Oh, the 1T swung on and missed by Jackson Marchione. They should tease him in the locker room for that one between periods. Locker to Marchione through the middle, misses Verano. They're trying to make this too pretty. Marchione shot and a goal. There you go. I was saying they were making it too pretty, and they were. So that'll release one player from the box, but there's still a player advantage for Rome. Face off one by Rome. Puck comes over to Meek, speared away, though, by Bennett. Jackson Marchione with it, passes puck up into the offensive end. Through the trapezoid, here comes Rome's Mark Verano, sends this up to the center point for Marchione. Marchione passes over to the left side for Locker. Locker back to Marchione. And there's another power play goal. So the first power play goal, Rome's fourth goal of the game, scored by number 11, Jackson Marchione, assisted by number 14, Jacob Bruno. 11 from 14, Marchione from Bruno. Time of the goal, 7:50 of the second period. Another power play goal for Rome, I believe, scored by 18, Tyler Locker, assisted by number 11, Jackson Marchione. Time of that power play goal, 8:22. We've got a new goalie for the Mohawk Valley Jugglers. In for Evan Buckingham is number 30, Jacob Bennett. See as Bennett gets loose and warm.
Black Knight goal scored by number 8, Tyler Locker, assisted by number 11, number 7,
Okay, so Rome's fifth goal, scored by number 18, Tyler Locker, assisted by number 11, Jackson Marchione, from number 7, Mark Verano. So they added another assist there, 18 from 11 from 7. Time of the goal, 8:22 of the second period. Rome Free Academy leads 5-0 against the Mohawk Valley Jugglers. Mohawk Valley with this puck now. Fires this in towards the goal. It gets blocked in front by Aiden Van Wee, though. Pass back to Aiden through the trapezoid. He sends this along up on the boards. Coming down with this puck, Brock LaPlante. LaPlante centering pass misses. And we want this view, don't we? Sorry. Aiden Van Wee with the puck again in the neutral zone. Van Wee passes this puck over to Landon Sully. Sully snaps this up for Miles Mendiola, who touches it out first. PJ Suma gets a shot off, save made. Suma gets wrapped up on the in the trapezoid after that play. He's coming over to the bench now. That puck gets dumped back in by Landon Sully, goes all the way around on the far side. Mason St. James from Mohawk Valley able to get this out into the neutral zone. Played by Rome. They're just tic-tac-toeing this puck around the neutral zone, penetrating back in. Gets pushed back out, though, by Matt McLaughlin. Rome from deep in their zone, passed up in the neutral zone to Jackson Marchione. Marchione, they cross off sides as Tyler Locker got a little too excited on that one and jumped the gun before the puck. So we are past the halfway point here of this game by about a minute. Loose puck, hustling after it. Kyle McReynolds not going to get to it before Dante Spirace pops his puck out. That gets brought in by Hubal. It came out. I don't think Eric realized it came out because it came out over the blue line in the air. And then he pushed it back in. So that is an offsides. Doesn't have to be on the ice for it to be an offsides. Face-off push forward by Gardner. Rome collects this puck, snaps this across. Spina sends this into the neutral zone. Rome not able to catch up to it. Hubal tries firing it back. Caught off the boards by Jacob Bruno. Bruno taking it to the corner. Hubal going in to play it. Backhands his puck up. Caught by Jackson Marchione. Marchione drops this back to the point for Spina. Spina fires this into the trapezoid. Locker tries popping this out. That's almost a high stick by Hubal. He's able to clear this out. Slowed down by Spina at the blue line. Drifts back into his own zone. Fires this puck forward. Jacob Bruno runs into the shoulder of, who is that Mohawk Valley player? I don't know, but he felt it. McReynolds with this puck. Shot. Save. Rebound. Dove on by Dante Spirace for the save. Face-off won by Mohawk Valley, trying to keep that puck in, spinning around, trying to get it out was Gultieri. There's a shot, save made. Rebound comes up, and that gets smacked out into the neutral zone by Braden Meeks. Meeks racing after it with Graziano. Graziano and Meeks both go down to the ice, into the corner. Mohawk Valley fires this back through the trapezoid into the corner, played back by Gultieri. Shot fired by Gultieri, blocked by the skate of Brody Buckingham. Sent back into the trapezoid by Ben Howard on the far corner. Rome picking this puck up at the point for Miles Mendiola. Pass over to Bremen. Shot fired. That gets kicked out. Rome sends this back to the point for Bremen. He fires this in again. Another save made by Jacob Bennett. Bremen again winds up. Shot. Doesn't make it through. Flying in afterwards. Mark Verano puts this one wide. And Mohawk Valley finally able to clear this zone. And we're going to get some incidental minor penalties here for, well, both teams. That's why it's called incidentals. So incidental minor penalties, Mohawk Valley's number 3, Sean Graziano, and Rome's number 4, Braden Meeks, each 2-minute minors for roughing. Time of the incidental minor penalties, 11:27 of the second period. And it's still, it's still 5-on-5 hockey. they put the time up on the board. It's going to be 2 minutes and a whistle. They do not get to exit when the time expires, so that's silly. It shouldn't be on the board, but that's all right. Landon Sully with this puck moving into the offensive end. Sully shot, hits on the wrong side of that post. Comes across, loose puck in the middle, picked up by Bennett. Bennett fires this across into the neutral zone for Mason St. James. St. James fires this in back behind the goal, grabbed in a trapezoid by Landon Sully. And this puck comes all the way back. No icing, because I think it was passed back by Mohawk Valley. In the neutral zone, puck gets jumped in by Mason St. James. Passed out for Rome in the neutral zone. Here's Locker. Tyler Locker not able to get that shot off. Runs into some trouble on the side. Gets that puck. Passes it back to Tanner Spina. Spina fires this in. Save made. Jacob Bennett. Can watch this great positioning by Bennett on this play as this puck comes around on the side out in front, goes down into that butterfly position, drops down, collapses, and holds on to that puck for the save. Textbook goaltending there. Face-off won by Rome. Puck comes back to the point for Spina. Spina passes over to Marchione. Bruno with this puck sends us over to the corner. Gets caught in the trapezoid, sent all the way around, held in at the point by Rome. Passed in, dumped into the corner. Back there for it is Bruno. Bruno cycling around. Oh, he tried sending it across for the one-timer. Had me. I thought it was going to make it through, but it did not. Nice block by Mohawk Valley. Nice block by by Jaden Skutnik. Nebish over, plays this puck in his own zone, pulls this puck back, runs into traffic of his own team, though. Now it comes out, and here's Tazinski. Tazinski shot fired, save made. Dante Sporace. Rebound on the sideboard. Danny Williams coming over to play it. Can't keep that puck with him. It's taken away and pulled up by Jacob Bruno. Not Bruno. Bruno was the recipient of the offsides pass. You know, and that kid sat down without ever showing me his number. I think it was Sully. Nice open ice hit there by Shea Williams. Get control, possession of that puck. Pass it over to McReynolds. McReynolds loses it, comes back. Eric Kubal collects it in his end of the ice. Kubal. Oh! There was a big hit put on by Braden Meeks on McReynolds. That's payback. He's going to get called for it, though. You get called an elbow, maybe? So the officials are talking about what to call it. And it's going to be head contact. So Rome penalty number 4, Braden Meeks, 2-minute minor for head contact. I think it's a 2 and 10, right? Somebody got to sit the 2. All 3 officials over talking with head coach Jason Nowicki. He said, come on. He came in, he hit him in the head. So Meeks, 2-minute minor for head contact. Time of the minor penalty, 14-15 of the second period. And it's a Mohawk Valley Jugglers power play. Fazekas taking the faceoff for Mohawk Valley. Face-off won by Rome. Puck brought by Landon Sully back into the trapezoid on the far side. The hash mark rips this off the glass, goes all the way down the length of the ice. Jacob Bennett stalls this. Whoa. He almost scored on himself. Not really, but boy. Here comes Fazekas with this puck into the ozone. Fazekas shot, glove save, Dante Spirace. So Fazekas does a great job of coming down the side with this puck, cuts over the blue line and takes that shot, but it goes right into the glove of Dante Spirace. You got to get more creative than that to beat Dante. He is a first-class goaltender. Face-off won by Rome. Aiden Van Wee takes this back behind, passes this around. It gets passed up to Tyler Locker in the neutral zone. Locker trying to bring it with him. St. James able to knock that puck free, and it's picked up by Eric Kubal. Oh, knocked away by Jacob Bruno. Bruno shot, misses. Jacob Bruno missed the net that was right in front of him. He missed the glass that was behind the net, which is incredibly tall. My goodness, he missed so much, he almost missed the netting too. 1:59 to go in the second period. 1:14 remaining in the player advantage for Mohawk Valley. Face off in the Jugglers' end of the ice as that got sent way out of play by Bruno. Nope. Equipment malfunction. This is the equivalent of on baseball. Everybody check your shoes. Make sure your shoes are tied. Make sure your helmets are on. Buckets on. Puck passed out for Tszynski. Tszynski, hard time catching it as it caught him in the skate. Drops this puck back to McLaughlin. McLaughlin over the blue line. Has this knocked free. Heiser retreats back in the neutral zone to play on this puck. A minute left. Puck taken away by Locker. Heiser swats at that puck to get it back for Bennett easily. Locker not giving up. Comes in. We got a twig on the ice. Whose is that? That's from the faceoff. Heiser sends his puck around. Tries passing this out through into the neutral zone. And that's going to go on net and played back. Reese Kennedy couldn't catch that puck. Rome pops this back through. 30 seconds to go. Thompson coming back for this puck. Thompson plays this puck up along the boards, chases after it. Takes out a player along the way. Puck gets dumped back in. McLaughlin to play it off of that rando stick. Tszynski skating up with this puck. Gets pushed on. Still has it. Into the offensive end. 1 minute remaining in the second period. And that's Andrew Thompson, not Tszynski. He disguised himself. The secret agent Thompson passes this puck over to McLaughlin. McLaughlin fires this over. I think he wanted to get to a breaking Heiser, but it got tipped into the air. And the teams return to even strength. Coming in, Braden Meeks. Shot. Save made. Rebound goes off the far side. Collected by Rome. Spinning around with this puck is Bruno. He loses this. Grabbed by Graziano. Graziano into the neutral zone. Graziano challenged by St. James. St. James knocks that puck away. Grazi stays on a skate. Centering pass. Nothing doing. Braden Meeks there. Takes that puck away. Meeks comes around St. James. Meeks on the near side into the offensive end. Gets attacked by Heiser. Gets that shot off. Kick save. Jacob Bennett. Rebound comes all the way out into the neutral zone. Played by Mason St. James. St. James tries dropping his back for Reese Kennedy. It gets blocked, though, by Connor Weeman. Back over behind the trapezoid. And that's where this is going to end. And we're going to get a cross-checking penalty at the end of the period. Who is it on? I don't know. But somebody cross-checked. And it looks like it's against Mohawk Valley. We'll find out who when we return after this. Oh, it is on Mohawk Valley, and it's on Reese Kennedy. So Mohawk Valley penalty, 2 minutes for cross-checking at 20-0. So after 2 periods of play, it is Rome Free Academy 5 and the Mohawk Valley Jugglers 0 from the Utica University Nexus Center. Please consider donating via Venmo to C. Posello at venmo.com/u/C. Posello. All proceeds go to the American Cancer Society. Thank you for joining us for this Hockey Fights Cancer game. And here are who some players are fighting for. Okay, here we are, third and final period about to begin. As a reminder, at the end of the second period, we had a penalty assessed against Mohawk Valley's number 20, Reese Kennedy, 2-minute minor for cross-checking. Number 20, 2 minutes cross-check. Time of that minor penalty, 20-0-0, or 17-0-0, I should say. Excuse me, 17-0-0. So Rome starting off on the power play, and they win the faceoff. Grabbing that puck, Mark Verano dumps this in, played on by Jacob Bennett, stalls this back in the trapezoid, picked up by Eric Kubal, comes out for Locker. Locker steals this puck, takes it over to the side, tries dropping it back over to the point, taken away by Thompson, but Thompson can't get it out, held in by Rome. Marchione with this puck, sends this up for Locker. Locker drifts back to the top of the circle, passes back over to Marchione. Marchione moves in, center slot shot, save made, diving across Braden Meeks. Could be because he was pushed. This puck gets cleared by Mohawk Valley. Dante Spurray stalls this in his trapezoid. Coming back to pick this puck up is Tyler Locker. Locker passes over to Marchione. Marchione sends this over for Bruno. Bruno to Verano. Verano in, a block by Hubal. Bruno still there with this puck. Knocks it over for Locker. Locker coming up with this centering pass. Goes one way. Bennett goes the other. Locker shot. Save made, maybe. Not sure. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. He got a piece of that. Kudos to Bennett. Locker takes this puck in deep, sends it out into the slot, kick save, rebound, loose, and that gets kicked over to the side. Great job there by Jacob Bennett. Here comes Thompson out with this puck, swings and misses. Second attempt gets it. Not sure what Bruno was doing there with his stick. Looks like he was sewing. Here's Locker in the neutral zone, passes his puck over onto the far side for Meeks. Meeks gets attacked by Graziano. Puck makes its way over to Bruno. Bruno forced into the corner with St. Nebish. Verano sends this up along the boards, and this gets knocked out by Graziano. Takes a knee, comes up with this puck still. Graziano. And the teams return to full strength. Pass over to McLaughlin, center point, shot fired, and does not make its way through, goes wide. Rebound picked up by Rome. Rome coming back with this puck, stopped by Nebish. Nebish into the neutral zone. Over the center line, he rips this puck. It goes in deep. Boy, personally, I would have loved to have seen Nebish take a step forward to the blue line and fire that one on net just for fun. Fazekas sends this into the corner. Taken away by Rome. Turn back. And Landon Sully's stick gets caught in the jersey of Fazekas. And he owes him $1 for that one. It was a total accident. They both chuckled over it. But it is a penalty. You still can't do it. On accident or not, you can't hook a player. So number 16, Landon Sully, I believe that's going to be a 2-minute minor for hooking. Time of that minor penalty, 2:40 of the third period. And it's a Mohawk Valley Jugglers power play. Face-off won by Fazekas. Brings this puck back, trying to make some space. Gets it to Hubal. Hubal back to Fazekas. Fazekas sends this all the way across on the far side for Graziano. He fires this in. Loose puck, and this gets knocked away over onto the side. Gripped and ripped by Marchione all the way down the length of the ice. Played on by Jacob Bennett. Gives this to Sean Graziano. They're going to get Sully a slashing penalty, not a hook. It's a slash for those of you keeping score at home. So that puck gets deflected out of play. We'll have a face-off in the Rome zone. Face-off goes back to the corner. Rome clears this all the way down the length of the ice. Eric Hubal's coming back to pick that puck up. Mark Verano coming into the zone to keep him honest. Gives this puck to Graziano, Graziano coming in hot. Graziano into the trapezoid, looking for somebody to pass to. Has nobody. Gives this to Fazekas at the center point, and it bounces to him over his stick. Fazekas hustles back to get this puck. Gutierrez on him. Fazekas gives this to Hubal. Hubal gives this back up for Fazekas. While Fazekas was waiting for that puck, Mark Verano steps up and grabs it. Poked away by Eric Hubal. He's not giving up. Graziano takes this puck. Passes over for Fazekas. Fazekas into the offensive zone. Gets this to McReynolds, who can't get that shot off. And this puck gets cleared. Played on by Bennett. And Bennett's going to cover it up as Tyler Locker comes in for that puck. 19 seconds remaining in the player advantage for Mohawk Valley. Face-off will be to the right side of Jacob Bennett. Face-off won by Rome, but Thompson there to take control of that puck for Mohawk Valley. Thompson passes puck over. It goes behind Nebish. Nebish turns around, gets that puck, passes it up, and hits Pacello. Pacello knocks it into the offensive end, but loses possession of the puck. Rome coming around with it. The teams return to even strength. McLaughlin passes this puck off, and bad pass back to him. Gets picked off by Rome. Thompson, no. Locker knocks this into the corner. McLaughlin sends this back to the trapezoid. Bad pass gets turned over to Rome. Locker trying to do something with it. Really wants to make Mohawk Valley pay for that one. Not going to be able to as this puck gets cleared. Collected in the neutral zone by Aiden Van Wee. He sends this over. D-to-D pass. Makes it back into the Mohawk Valley zone. Oh, that gets deflected off the stick. There's a shot. Save made. Nice job by Bennett paying attention. Even though his defender was passing the puck across the slot, it got knocked away by Locker. Locker coming in. There's a shot that gets tipped off the stick of, is that Andrew Thompson? Or, you know what? I didn't see who it was. Anyway, went off a Mohawk Valley stick and into the netting. Face-off won by Rome. Comes back for Mudry. Mudry sends this back into the corner. Jack Carpenter picks it up in the trapezoid. Carpenter comes around, dumps his puck back to the trapezoid for Carson Pettinelli. Reaching for this puck, or Aaron Coleman. And this gets sent to the point and lost by Mudry. Danny Williams coming in, challenging Mudry. Mudry sends this up to the blue line, gets knocked out into the center of the ice. Carson Pettinelli plays this off the boards. Gutnick sends this back across for Danny. Danny not able to catch up to that puck. Landon Sully takes it away. D-to-D pass. This puck gets bounced out into the neutral zone. Turned back, though, by Whaley. Whaley gets checked off of that puck. Zinski gets that puck, fires it, goes off the glass, back on the side. And we're going to get a penalty against Rome. And Sully doesn't believe it, but it's true. Interference on Landon Sully. So Rome penalty number 16, Landon Sully, 2-minute minor for interference. Time of that minor penalty, 6:25, and it's another power play for the Jugglers. Jugglers win this draw, send this puck over to the boards for Kyle McReynolds, sends it back to the point for Hubal. Hubal sends this back up along the half boards. Graziano passes over for Fazekas. He gets deflected. Fazekas had a difficult time settling it down, but has it settled, and it gets knocked away by Marchione. Fazekas cycles this back into the offensive end, but it looks like McReynolds, excuse me. McReynolds just had not cleared that zone just yet. Oh, you know what? It wasn't McReynolds. I think it was Tazinski. This puck pass was intended for Hubal, I think, but missed him. Collected by Spina for Rome. He rips this all the way around. Graziano picks it up in the neutral zone. Graziano sends this up for Fazekas. Fazekas back to Hubal. Hubal misses it. It goes to Graziano. Graziano saucers it to Fazekas. Fazekas passes it back up to Graziano dumps his puck in. Eric Hubal is going to go to work against Bremen. Bremen fires it around before Eric can get there. Puck comes out into the neutral zone. Mohawk Valley's Graziano. There's a little hook against Grazi. He sends this in. It goes on net. Sparace quickly plays this puck out. He loves playing the puck. All the way back to pick that up. Andrew Thompson. Thompson and Hubal battling against. Who was that for Rome? Van Wee? Is that 8? No, that was Jacob Bruno. Here comes Graziano. Sean over the blue line into the offensive end. Shot, save made. Dante Sparace. "27 seconds remaining in the player advantage for Mohawk Valley. Thompson in for the faceoff. Sends this over to the corner, picked up by Mendiola. Mendiola rips this all the way around. That's going to go the length of the ice. Played on by Jacob Bennett. Pass up for Heiser. Heiser cuts this puck to the middle. He's got Locker on him. Locker, relentless. Pass to Thompson gets missed. Locker picks it up. Locker coming back, dumps that puck in. Teams are even. Missed pass in the neutral zone. Oh, and right there, Leo Heiser runs right into the shoulder of Gultieri. Aiden Van Wee with this puck sends this through the trapezoid for Miles Mendiola. Mendiola passes this up into the neutral zone for Sully. Sully sends this up for Gultieri. Gets taken away, though, by Mohawk Valley. Oh, now it's stolen back by Braden Meeks out in the neutral zone. Kennedy trying to get it. Reese not able to. Tazinski trying to get a piece of that puck. Comes out on Locker's stick. Locker fires this all the way across behind Meeks. Meeks chases after this puck. Brody Buckingham in for it. There's a shot save made by Bennett. Comes all the way out into the neutral zone. Reese Kennedy trying to get a piece of that puck. Reese taking it with him, getting attacked by Connor Weeman and his stick. Reese still on a knee, still has the puck. Connor touches it, and that's going to be a hooking penalty against Connor Weeman. You can't do that. Rome Free Academy penalty number 27, Connor Weeman, 2-minute minor for hooking number 27, 2 minutes, hook. Time of that minor penalty, 9:28 of the third period. And it's another Mohawk Valley power play. Mohawk Valley from the neutral zone. Hubal drops that off for Graziano. Graziano bringing this up over the blue line. Drop pass back for Fazekas. Shot goes wide off the base, and Eric's not able to catch up to that. Eric's got to go back into the neutral zone, play this puck back for Bennett. Bennett tries one-touch passing it, but that gets blocked by Jacob Bruno. Bruno is attacked by 2 jugglers. That's 3 of them. It takes 3 to juggle. That's puck into the corner. Going after it is Marchione. Marchione into the trapezoid, has that puck knocked away, grabbed by McReynolds. McReynolds. Little short pass for Fazekas. Graziano. Graziano over the blue line into the offensive end. Graziano through the trapezoid. Graziano picks his head up to look for somebody to pass to. Finds himself all the way up at the blue line. Circling around. Graziano in. Shot. Save. Rebound back in the trapezoid. Graziano gives it to Fazekas. Fazekas back to Grazi. Grazi back to Fazekas. Fazekas to Hubal. Hubal. Shot. Save. Dante Sparace. I wish when I save my replay, I could choose how long to go back. I only get 12 seconds. I mean, that's what I set it for. But this Mohawk Valley did such a good job of moving this puck all the way around that net 1.5 times on that power play, just trying to find Dante leaning the wrong way. Finally, Eric took that shot, and Dante was ready. Kaczynski, they were offsides. This must have come out. I missed it. It's a good thing that Zebra's got better eyes than me, and a whistle. Whether I see it or not does not matter. I don't have a whistle. Andrew Thompson taking his face off against Verano. Verano pulls this puck back. Aiden Van Wee moving forward with it. Aiden coming on the left side. Shot, save made, rebound, save made. Thompson picks this rebound up, goes into the neutral zone. This could be the spark Mohawk Valley needs. Thompson over, shot, gets blocked by Aiden Van Wee. Into the corner, Locker trying to dig that puck out. Comes up, Heiser steals it. Heiser tried passing it back to McLaughlin, couldn't do it. Verano steals this puck, fires this in. Locker in front, couldn't tip it in. Puck taken away by Heiser. Heiser for the breakout pass, picked off by Bremen. Bremen dumps this puck back in. 5.5 minutes to go in this game. Teams are even. McLaughlin with the puck now. Matt looking, passes this up for Heiser, but it got tipped. Finds its way all the way down. Dante plays it back. Heiser there. Shot. Oh, misses the net. Puck is in the neutral zone. Rome, pass into the middle. Shot and a goal for Jack Carpenter. See, I don't think I was able to see who got that pass off. But I did catch that goal in the goalie camera, though. That was pretty cool, wasn't it? Mohawk Valley dumps this puck in. That's an icing from Brody Buckingham. So we'll wait for the public address announcer to let us know who got the assist on Jack Carpenter's goal there for Rome. Rome able to hold that puck in. Locker. No, that's Carpenter. Shot, kick, save by Bennett. Buckingham flings this puck out, chasing it down. Miles Mendiola. Mendiola takes this back through the trapezoid, passes this puck up, gets touched, but goes all the way down. Buckingham not even close to that puck, so that's going to be an icing against Rome. It's like the public address announcer had to change the batteries in the microphone. Face off to the right side of Dante. Face off won by Rome. They rip this around behind the goal onto the near side. Comes all the way out into the neutral zone. Played by Eric Hubal. Hubal backhands his puck forward. I think it was meant for Kennedy, but he lost his footing. He looked like he tripped. Aiden Van Wee on the far side. Bounce pass out for Giovanni Gualtieri. Gualtieri takes it into the O-zone. Puck gets poked away by Shea Williams. Williams gets wrapped up in the corner. Eric Hubal comes away with the puck. Here comes Eric for Mohawk Valley. Hubal over the blue line. Hubal into the slot. Pushed off of that puck by Landon Sully. Nice checking. Aiden Van Wee weaving his way through the neutral zone. Van Wee over the blue line. Loses that puck. Reese Kennedy pokes it into the corner. Both Reese and Aiden play on the same team. State-bound, tournament-bound team out of Rome. Here's Reese Kennedy. Reese over the blue line into the offensive end. Reese leaning, loses that puck at the corner. Up against the boards. Puck taken away by Rome, sent back towards the hash mark. Landon Sully battling. Ties it up long enough for Mark Verano to come in and grab that puck. Verano passes to Carson Pettinelli. Pettinelli into the ozone, centering pass, turning, shot, save! Leaning back Bennett to make that save. Puck goes into the trapezoid. Now it leaks its way over into the corner. Graziano over to play on it. Less than 3 minutes to go. Graziano skating up. He's got Reese Kennedy with him. Grazi over the blue line. Grazi kicks that up to his stick and loses it. Goes into the corner, and he gets tripped by Dante Sparace, and nobody's going to call it. Puck held in at the point, knocked back out, though, by Rome. Fazekas back to get it. Fazekas, a little soft check by Carpenter, but Fazekas still has that puck. He flicks that, dumps that puck into the corner 2.5 minutes ago. Sparace plays it back up to the hash mark. It makes its way all the way out into the neutral zone. And Jacob Bennett plays this puck, backhands this over on the near side for Whaley. Whaley dumps this puck in. Dante Sparace tries playing it back. Whaley not able to hold that at the point. Coming in with it is Aaron Coleman. Coleman gets stopped by Jacob Bennett. Graziano with the puck. Graziano hits Fazekas. Fazekas touches his puck all the way down. Played by Sparace. He plays this up to the point position. Aaron Coleman knocks us into the neutral zone. Graziano takes that puck back, battling, trying to get it back into the offensive end. Not able to. Gets turned back. Whaley picks this up. Caden Whaley passes into the middle. It comes back to Hubal. Hubal gives it to Whaley. Whaley fires this up. Center line. Gets touched forward by Graziano. Collected by Rome in their end. Rome pass up into the neutral zone for Carson Pettinelli. Pettinelli into the offensive end. Leaning, centering pass gets knocked away by Hubal. Or Graziano. No, it's Thompson. Andrew Thompson. Yeah, they all wear the same color shirt. It's really hard to tell them apart. Nebish fires this into the corner. Puck comes up at the half board. McLaughlin stepping up. Pops this back towards the middle. Driving this puck back out, though, is Giovanni Gultieri. Loses it, but his teammates collect that puck. This puck gets fired forward. Nebish tries turning it back. Doesn't get enough stick on it. However, collected by Thompson. A minute to go in this game. We are in the final minute of play. Sparace flings that around onto the far side. Played by Pettinelli. Pettinelli can't get it out. It's picked up by Spina. Spina passes over to the D. They get sent up into the neutral zone. Jack Carpenter knocks it into the O zone. Carpenter's trying to get a hat trick. Carpenter plays Whaley instead of the puck. Thompson comes away with the puck. Here comes Andrew Thompson over the blue line. Cycling around. Fires this into the corner. This gets picked up by Rome. Trying to get this puck out. They send this across. Touch into the neutral zone by Brock LaPlante. Dump back in. 10 seconds to go. Dante Sparace pauses his puck for Weeman. Weeman loses his puck. Tied up in the corner. 2 seconds, 1 second, and that's going to do it. This one ends in a 6-0 victory for Rome Free Academy. I believe this is Dante's first shutout as a Rome Black Knight this year. If it's not his first, it's his second. I don't recall seeing another shutout on the score sheet for Rome Free Academy. So again, this one ends 6-0 for Rome. They will announce a 50-50 raffle. I would like to, again, thank you for watching this stream, watching this game, for joining us in this Hockey Fights Cancer game. Please consider donating via Venmo to C. Posello, that's Cindy Posello, at venmo.com/u/Posello. Or if you have Venmo, just go to @C_Posello. Donate whatever you can. Every little bit helps. All proceeds go to the American Cancer Society. Of money's gone to the American Cancer Society, 80% goes to those people that need it most. Only 20% goes to the administrative costs and fees and whatnot, travel, things that you need to do. Send out those envelopes, right, so people can donate. So it is a great, great cause. I strongly encourage you to participate in any Relay for Life events that you may find. You can always check out the Pulaski Relay for Life. They've got their own Facebook page, Pulaski Relay for Life. It's coming up in June. I will be emceeing that again. But This is one of the great things about hockey, the camaraderie after most games. So many of these players play with each other on other teams. They will go toe to toe throughout the game, but before and after whistles, you never know, right? You could be teammates with these guys someday, one day, every day. Who knows? So thank you all for watching. I am going to sign off. I will play the slideshow one more time for Hockey Fights Cancer, but from rink number 1 at Utica University Nexus Center, the Mastro Vito rink, home of the Utica University hockey team. I am the Dan-Dalin, a positive influence, reminding you, don't wait for it to be a good day. Make it a great day, everyone.